Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping. Welcome to all of you that are new to my channel. I hope you like it, and there's hundreds more of these videos that you can watch. And thank you for those returning. I really appreciate you supporting me and my small business. I wanted to show you today how to make this card. Now, if you watch really carefully, it opens up and has these cheerful daisies. It's really cool. So I wanted to show you, so let's get started. Alright, so we are going to be using some new cardstock today that has been introduced, and this is copper clay, and I really enjoy using it. It's a little bit less bright than the Cajun Craze, but I really think it's very pretty. And since I'm using, I'm trying to get this, since I'm using copper clay in the ink, I wanted to make sure that I make this to where it matches. That's the whole reason why I decided to stay with Stampin' Up! And not use any other company, because we have matching everything, or coordinating. So let's get started on that. Okay, so we are going to start with the front, and let me tell you, here is all the DSP that I'm going to be using. Hope that's not it. And these are all on a big sheet. I've already cut them down, but it was 12 by 12, and it ended up where I just cut each one down, and I just wanted to be sure that you knew that, and I had to use both of them, so I have not one to show you, but it was 12 by 12 with each one of these, and then you just cut them all up, and I'm using them in one card, so it's pretty cool. Alright, so I am going to put this one on to this blue. Isn't that pretty? This is the Azure Afternoon, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I'm pretty sure I am. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. There we go. And then, because everything coordinates, I have this 3-pack of ribbon. It's sheer ribbon combo pack, and one of them is the Azure Afternoon. So we're going to go ahead and pull that out. And look at how beautiful this is. It's got a little bit of silver thread in there. Oh, so pretty. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut this so that we can put this around. Move that. And I like to kind of eyeball where I'm going to put it and then flip it over. Okay. And usually I'll do both sides, but I only adhere one, and then I can turn it over and see that it's straight, because you got to have it straight. Alright, so we have that all set. So let's go ahead and put the tape on here. I like to go back over my ribbon just to make sure it's going to hold. Can't have anything falling off after you send it off in the mail. And we're going to go ahead and put that on here. So that would make a gorgeous card already, right? But I wanted to be able to add to it, so I'm going to bring this strip in, and for everything that you see is available on a PDF for you. Just go to my blog, which is tedderbearstamping.com, and you will be able to sign up for my newsletter, and this gets sent every time. Every week, every time I make a video, I send it to my newsletter, the PDFs. Alright, so I'm going to use the Azure Sky, or Azure Afternoon, not Sky, And I am using today, let me show you, the Go-To Greetings because they have such a beautiful script, and I'm going to use the happy birthday because it is so pretty. And I'm going to do it towards, let me stand up, towards the left because I am going to do a thing on the side just to make it look prettier. Well, I didn't leave much room for the pretty part. So we're gonna see if I can get it in there. Might not be able to. We might have to start all over. All right, so I'm using the Happy Labels punch, and I wanted to do the part that has the ticket border. So we're gonna flip it upside down and stick it in there. And what I like to do is look at it this way, because you can see I'm going to cut a little bit off of the letters, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to pull it back just a little bit and punch it. And then you have that little added pretty on this side. See if you can see. See how pretty that is? Okay, so that's just going to go flat on top of our ribbon. So pull this in. We're going to put it right in the middle. Put it right there. Now this would be a pretty card as is, but we do not want to send this out like this because we're going to jazz it up some. So we're going to go ahead and open it. We're going to put this one right here because I want the whole card to be beautiful. And we're going to stick that right here on the top. All right, now I'm going to set this aside, and then we're going to come in with the mechanism, which is very important. So I'm using 2 strips of the Azure Afternoon, and I'm going to come in with my scoreboard, my Simply Scored, and I'm going to place this in here, and with the small tip, there's 2 tips, I'm going to do the 3/4 the long way on both pieces. Okay, I'm gonna move this for now and bring these in. So now the key to this, and I made a little cheat sheet, so I'm gonna look at mine. We are going to have both of the inside, like the smaller score line, towards the middle. We're going to bring in my ruler and a pencil, and we are going to mark the top of this one, put it right at the 0, and go along the score line, and we're going to do it at 3/4. So we're just going to mark that. Then we're going to come down this way and mark at 1.5. We're going to do the same thing, but we want to make sure we do it again exactly. They're going to be mirror images of each other. So we want to make sure that we do it exactly the same way. So we're going to put this in here and do 3/4, and I'm just marking where the score line is, and then on the opposite side we're going to do 1.5. Okay, so now we're going to connect these 2 lines. I'm not going to draw past the I'm not drawing past, let's see, I want to extend this because I want to make sure I get it in the right spot. Okay. We're not going past, drawing past the score line. We're just doing that part. Then we're going to take this line and the corner, and we're going to connect those, but this time we're going to go all the way across. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Make these two connect. Whoops, didn't mean to shake you. I am so sorry. We are going to connect these two. And then I want to make sure that I'm doing it, whoop, you're right, this way. And then we are going to go from this corner, right, all the way across, connecting those. Okay, so they are kind of like mirror images, but when we go to start, I think we're going to end up with it like this. So the outer, the small score line is on the outside. All right, so first off, we're going to take our snips and you're going to cut off where the score line is. And the best way to do it, see if you can see it. I'm going to fold it so you can maybe see a little bit better. Use my bone folder to really enhance that. Okay, so we're going to cut on the left side of the score line because we don't want that score line in there. So, shaking a little bit. All right, go up to that line and then go across to take that off. Put that aside. Do the same on this one. This time we're going to the right of the score line because this is the part we're removing, sorry, not moving. Oops, I might have gone too far, but I think it'll be okay. All right, there we go. Then you're going to, this is the fun part, bring in your scoreboard again, your Simply Scored. And I have put 2 lines on my board. I'm going to, it doesn't matter which lines you use, just as long as you have a line. So you're going to line your pencil marks up onto the, along the white line or whatever color line you have, and you're going to score with the scoreboard right over top. Then we're going to do this one and do the same. All right, then we're going to do the same for this one. It doesn't matter which one you do first, but make sure you do them both. Okay, and then this one. Make sure, there we go. All right, we'll move this. All right, so now we're going to make sure we fold on everything and burnish. And I didn't do this one, so we're going to go ahead and do that. The other one we've already done it down the middle, so we will just fold it on these two. And you really kind of want it to meet up with the other side, but I don't think it's so crucial. All right, there we got it. All right, so again, these are going to be like this. And you bring in your card. So you're going to have your 2 arrows pointing towards each other with these folded back. And we're going to go ahead and put tear and tape on these right here. If I can find the end. You can erase these lines if you'd like. I probably will here in a second. I just want to make sure I get this right. Okay. I don't know that it really matters, but let's just be safe and make sure it looks pretty. Whoops. All right, get it all off. Okay, so you're going to bend this over and we're going to do it so that these two are pointing towards each other. So, but they're going to be on opposite sides. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And I just have it bent and where it's sticky, but I want to make sure that this does not go past this spot. Okay, then you can open it like that. And let's do this. Okay, and do the same for this side. Just want to make sure that it's straight. There we go. All right, so then you open it, and then when you close this, you want to make sure that these don't go past. So you go ahead and bend this over, and you can totally tell that I don't have it straight. So let's see if we can fix that. I'm going to try to make this straight, and this one's not too bad. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to go ahead, I'm going to wait, but I am going to put a teeny tiny piece of this on here. And then I'm going to trim the sides just to make sure that, or not trim it, I'll just fold it back over on itself. We just want it to be where it's going to hold really well. Don't let that go down yet. All right, before we get to this part, I'm going to go ahead and do my little white piece for the middle. And that is right here. And it is a square piece. You could make it different. I just wanted it to match. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a scrap piece right here. And we are going to stamp our daisy because we're using the daisy set. So get out my Azure Afternoon again. Whoops, wrong one. Shoot. We'll have to clean that. All right. And when I did my I'll show you after I'm done, but when I did my first card, I did it where I stamped this off and then I did the outline in the darker blue. But this time I tried it with it the other way and it looks better. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Make sure that that's clean. And I'm going to come in with black because it really makes it pop. And line it up. It's pretty easy because we have the darkness here that we can kind of go by. All right. Oh, that's so pretty. All right, then we're gonna close this for now. Bring in our copper clay and the inside of the flower. And we're going to put it right there in the middle. And while we have the copper clay out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp on here the sentiment that is from the other stamp set. And then we're going to die cut both of them out. Which I've already done. So we have this and we have this. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and lay this on here because I want to put my leaves on there, but I want this to be popped up and I want to know where my leaves are going to go. So I'm bringing in the parakeet party, and let me grab the leaf. Okay, and I am going to just hold this here where I want it and then move my flower out of the way, and then I know it's right there between. I want a couple more, so let's go here. Hold on. trying to hold it. Okay, there we go. There. And we'll do one right next to it. And hopefully you'll be able to see it because I didn't put it back. Okay, so let's put some dimensionals on that. And see where I want. There we go. That looks so pretty. Do you like that? Okay, then I'm going to bring in my Azure Afternoon with a sponge because I want to be able, I know usually I use brushes, and I'm sure you all have sponges, I hope. And I'm just going to go around the edges. I just wanted it to be a little bit more wispy, and that's the only way that I can do it is with a sponge. And if you, this is what I teach in my class, if you hold this up and down and then this sideways and then you just flick on it, you get a very nice wispy look, if you can see that. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and put that down flat. And of course I can I stamped on the back already, but we always use up our scraps, so that's not a problem. And we're going to stick this right here. All right, now this is going to go inside the card. We want to do this before we make the mechanism stick because we might not have room to maneuver otherwise. So we're going to go ahead and put this right in the middle. Hold on, I'm trying to get it straight. There we go. Now we have this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take these off now. And I'm going to fold back the ones that went over, making sure that they do not go past the score line. Okay, then these are going to be folded down, just like how I had it before, and then you're going to close the top so that it grabs onto those. All right, so now you can see that the mechanism here will work, but we still have more to do. So I have, this is paper that came out of it too, and I want them to be lined up, whichever way I cut it. There we go. And we're going to put those, well, I thought I had those. I do. We're going to put these on the outside of this so it looks pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on, and I just am going to have those go right up to the line, the score line. I don't know if you can see that. It goes right to the score line. And then this one is going to be the same. And it helps if you have your finger here and then you know for sure that it's not going to go past that part. And then we're going to do the same. So this is just the back side. And I used, for the folder, I used the stripes and splatters, but I really wanted the splatters. Now these were supposed to meet, but they don't, so we'll just deal. All right, and then this is going to go, let me make sure that they're meeting. Whoop, they were not. Okay, and then these are going to go right to the edge because I don't want anything showing. So we're just going to go ahead and put adhesive on this whole back piece. Now you could use a whole new piece of the Azure, but making sure, I just wanted it to be where we don't have to use as much cardstock. Alright, so I am going to have it go right to the edge because I want it to be where they line up since I have them cut that way. Okay. I'm almost out of tape. Make sure that these line up and then put this here. And then we'll test it and make sure that it works. All right, so it's closing. Look at that, it's closing. And then, oh, you know what? This is supposed to be on the inside. Whoops. So this one's going to be a little different. Let me show you the one that I did before. I used glue for this, and it did not stick. So make sure that you use the tear and tape because I think it makes more sense. But this is going to be the front. So I did them backwards, but that's okay. I think it'll be fine. I think it's beautiful no matter what. And then when you open this, it has this beautiful thing here, and you didn't even have to line it up. All right, so we have that. And now we need a place to write. So I am going to put something on the back. Oh, let me show you one thing I forgot. I have these two that are the copper clay, and I want to hide my mechanism here. So we're gonna put adhesive on the side that is, there we go, right here. And we're gonna just put this on so that we don't see, it just looks more finished. There we go. And then we'll do that on the other one, and then I'll open it up so you can see. Okay. So we'll open this up. Let me turn it upside down so I can get this right to the edge. Whoop, 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 whoop. Good thing I didn't push. There we go. All right, so now doesn't that look better? We have the ink splatter all the way across, and then we have it like this. Now you might want to make the doors be the right way, but I think you get the idea. All right, so we're going to do the inside or the back part, and that is going to use, I am going to go ahead and do a smaller daisy because it's so pretty, and we're going to do it in the Azure Afternoon again. Okay, but this time I am going to do the black because I think that really does make it pop. Whoops. And let's see if I can line this up. Pretty close. Yes, that looks so much prettier. Okay, and then we're going to do the Azure again with Your Friendship Means Everything up here. So of course this will go on to the back, and now you can write something and not have it be messing up what all the work we just did. Turn it around and we're ready to go. So I hope you like this. I do have one more thing to do. I need to add some bling, which you know I have to do. It's just something that I like. All right, so we're using the adhesive back solid gems because it has both the blue and the copper clay, and I think that would be really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to do two big copper clays right here, and they are very pretty in person because they sparkle. You know, I like sparkle. And we are going to do a big one here, up here, with a smaller copper clay right here. So I know that's an odd, it's an even number, but I think it works since you have them on both sides of this. So I hope you like this. Let me turn you back around. Hopefully I won't be upside down. So I hope you enjoyed this card, and even though I did make a mistake, I hope you still like it. It is kind of fun. I have to thank Jan B for the design, but you know, I got to use new stuff, so I'm really excited. So I hope you guys come back next week when we'll be doing a live. And just so you know, the lives, anybody watching and commenting on the live gets to be put into a drawing to get one of the cards. But if you leave a message now, I will be sending you this card, and I will do a drawing to send you the card. So I'm hoping that you will comment and tell me that you loved it, I hope, and that you will come back next week. All right, thank you so much.